All right, we're back. Sorry, it took a lot longer than I thought, but it's okay. Got it all handled. That's the point. Ooh, it's chilly. What's the circular thing do? That's what helps me make the marbles. Yeah, that's the marble mold. What's up, BDH? John, what's happening? Dragonfly, how you doing? Okay? Yep, J-Dub. Yeah, a little bit later than I thought I would be coming back, but that's okay. I had to get a few things done with Mom, but everything's good now. Oh, what's up? How you doing? Playback. Welcome in. Good to have you. All right, we're doing some more marble madness right now. I'm pumping these things out left and right. We're doing a marble marathon. And we're doing good so far. We're actually not doing too bad. Well, yeah, if you're tired, Dragonfly, go get some sleep. It's all good. I'm just sitting here making marbles. We're just marble mania. We're 24 into the 50 marbles, though, so that's not too bad. I got 3 more of these to do, and then we'll move on to the Chaos ones, get those done. Then I've got some really fun other versions to do. Oh, allergy meds. All right, Dragonfly, have a good one, okay? Take care of yourself. All right, let's get this thing, get the show on the road with this. And thank you, John. Thank you for being cool with Dragonfly. She's awesome. All right. What's up? I'm learning to speak German. I'm not fluent yet. Stephanie would know, my wife. She'd be chatting your ear off. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We're making some marbles. We're on a marble run. Marble madness. We are 24 into a 50 marble session. Small Japanese dragon. Possibly. Not right now, but yeah, you can always send me a message and I'm open to taking a look at it. But thank you for clarifying what type of dragon. Because a lot of people always say, can you make a dragon? It's like, okay, which kind? Now there's like the Chinese dragon or Asian dragon. And then you got medieval dragon. And then you got cartoon dragon. I don't know about mad skills. It does take a little patience, but that's about it. I always tell people just have a little patience and then you get faster and better. I've never tried a Komodo. What's up, Kevin? Yeah, someone ordered 50. If y'all are not following Kevin's book, you got to give Kevin a follow. What's up, L to the B? That definitely gives Kevin a follow there on TikTok. Did you? Yeah, that's what I said. There's a lot of people that, say, can you make a dragon? I'm like, okay, a little more specific. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just there are so many variations. All right, so we're going to bring this out. And start using the marble mold. So this marble mold down here, it is made of carbon or graphite. It's one of the few materials that doesn't stick to glass. You can't like fuse them together. We're making some marbles. We're doing we're on our run to 50 of them. We are at 24 right now. Alyssa, what's up? Abram, thank you. I know, right? I don't want to lose them. Kevin, thank you for the fest cheers. Thank you for the heart me too. Where can you learn to do that? If you're serious about wanting to learn, I can send you to a couple places that have infinite resources on how to learn and what you need. Yeah, I love the jellyfish. I got 2 of these jellyfish available. They are pretty amazing. They're going to be a pain to ship, though. All right, we're kind of getting this thing all rounded out. It's actually looking pretty good. Robbie did email today. Yeah. Did you just have to email me? Yep. We are on number 24 of 50 marbles right now. We're getting there. It is a flame. It's a really nice one, too. All right, we got that done. Let's pop another punty over here and get it rounded out. I'm doing fantastic. See this isn't quite right up here. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it. So we're just going to kind of mellow it out and make it round. Make it round. Yeah, he did fall off. He's in a wheelchair. So my glasses actually have a special filter, and they are called didymium. This is what it kind of looks like. So what the didymium does is it cuts out a lot of that sodium flare. Watch. Actually, I'll lower it down just a little. So see how bright that is? Now, when you put the filter in front, it cuts out a lot of that orangey stuff. And then you can see it. And see that blue underneath there? That's what color the flame is actually for real. It looks like that. Yep, this is a custom order. I don't know what they want with 50 of them, but it's okay. And it's a rush order. Rush order. All right, we are good. It looks good. How long to play with fire before to get a pedestal that controls fire? You can get it all at once. Yeah, it does actually work good for slingshot, to be honest. No joke. I gotta wait for it to cool down before I put this on here, or it's gonna smash it. That's okay, the trolls come. Trolls just help the algorithm, the chat goes crazy. All right, grab it here and pop, like that. That's how you get it off the stick. So I'll show you what it looks like. All right, not much there, right? Oop, how about we get the right side? And then you pop the light on, you can see all the coloring coming through. There. Looks like an eyeball, right? Got my eye on you. Kurt, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for the thumbs up. All right, let's go. Yeah, sometimes we get on a roll there. John, it can be kind of crazy at times. How much in gas? I'll let you guess. How much do you think I go through in gas? Take a dollar amount. No, I don't have any bad burn stories. Shadow Kitty, thank you. All right, so we're going to make another marble. I need coffee? Nah, I'm good. So average consumption of propane is about 1.5 gallons a day. So you're talking about, you know, a barbecue tank every 2 to possibly 3 days. And then oxygen's the big consumer. But total output, probably less than 900 a month now. No, it's only about 900 a month. It's not super terrible. This torch is incredibly fuel efficient. I know it looks like it's raging through everything, but it's not. I just have to get this a little bit balanced out here. And here we go. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Want to get it as close to a bicone as you can. No, it's not bad to breathe at all. It's actually pretty clean, other than carbon monoxide, but you just have ventilation for that. All right, we're going to take this butterscotchy color. See how it looks all burnt up there? It's like burnt butterscotch. Yeah, I love the setup. It actually feels pretty good. I like my little environment. It's comfortable. One more. There we go. It is a vibe. Yeah, the chandelier that I have in my house is very basic to that one, shape-wise. It's about 3 times larger, and it is done in tropical colors. So it has like turquoise, blue, and orange. And that's just the black and white version. All right, so we got a little bit of caramel running right there. We're going to spin it up. And here we go. So this is number 25 out of 50. Because we just finished one. I'm going to bring it out and see if you can see that twist happening in there. I don't know if you can. No, too hot. Have I ever made a shark? Kevin, if I made a shark, yes. My favorite shark is the hammerhead. Scorch, thank you so much. Yes, I do sell products. Yep. They're not sunglasses. Well, technically they are. These are the Meta Ray-Bans. And then I had them fit with a special filter, so you can see what you're doing. We'll bring it down a little bit. This is what my lenses are made out of right here. So keep an eye on the flame, particularly the glass. Then you drop the filter in, and it makes it kind of disappear. Bring it back out. Like that. And then we're going to come through. I do this for a living, yeah. I'm a little different as to how long it took me to learn, because I grew up with it. My mom started when I was 2. So I've been around it my entire life, pretty much. So for me to learn was different than someone else. But I can tell you in about a 6-month time frame, you could get pretty good. And then you just keep going. I know, it's almost like what, well, these have the didymium, and then there is a shade 3 welding lens laminated onto it. I know, Kevin does have the video. Kevin's probably got one of the coolest sharks. It's all uranium, and it's a hammerhead shark out of uranium glass. Where did I get my torch from? One of the vendors, I can't remember the name, which one I got it from. You could go to directly. They're just called Glass Torch Technologies. They're not cheap. They are not cheap at all. It is expensive to bankroll this one. All right, so we end up with this little acorn nubby. Yeah. So you're a welder? You want to see something really fun? All right, Zach, you ready to be blown away? No pun intended. Here we go. That's how awesome this torch is. We're making marble. I gotta change hands now. I gotta use this one for the marble mold. Have I ever been told I look like Guy Fieri? No. No, I haven't. Everybody always says I look like Denzel. Yeah, this is uranium right here. No, it is not true. You'd have to be really hard to get those glass blower cheeks. Yeah, no. Darlene, where am I from? My mama. Where are you from? I know, right, John? That's what I'm saying. I'm kidding. I'm in Washington State. Is this blue collar? You mean like anybody can do it? Yes. Renee's thinking. Nope. Yep. We do ship to Florida. Central Oregon. Wow. Awesome. I love the Pacific Northwest. I'm on the hunt for Bigfoot. I'm just wearing an apron. I do commission, yeah. Fairbanks. That's a journey. Cats in Arizona. Nope, I haven't sold the jellyfish yet. I got one there and one behind me. There's two of them. Got two jellyfish. This thing's just giving me a pain in the butt. I've got one spot that's just not wanting to come out. So much for my getting these done fast. No gardening supplies. It's not like anybody's lacking choices out there on those. All right, I got to get the hardcore marble mold out here. See if I can get it out. Oh, that got it. So you have two. Oxygen and propane. Spokangeles. I know Spokane very well. These are the Wayfarers with custom lenses. Click on my profile. You'll find everything you need for that. All right, almost there. Yeah, it's got a wobble in it, and it's really annoying me because this is taking way too long. And a tiny little punty there. Would it be hard to make a 3-pound ball? Yep. Out of borosilicate or Pyrex? Yeah. Amount of heat to get that. The radiating heat off that would be incredibly hot. Oh, there we go. Cut it out. I think we're okay. All right. So next stop, take it off the rod. What happened to being a chef? All I can make is peanut butter and jelly. I'm going to try and bring the color over so y'all can see it. Can't see it right there, but once you shine the light on, you can see the colors popping through. And then off. And then centered. They're not polarized. They have a special material. A lens called didymium. Then we let it sit there for a second. Nope, no smoking glass. The industry's full of stuff. I don't need to add to it. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not like it's lacking. Hold on, I gotta swing this door open. It's getting a little crazy in here. 1 second, I'll be away for 30 seconds. See, all good. Now it's getting hot in here. Need some. There we go. All right, last marble of that style. I have a gigantic 4-foot sword behind me. It is one of my favorite pieces. Then I got a 19-inch dagger sitting to my left. We hit the 100 already. This is 50. Yeah, that's just a little chandelier up there. It's kind of fun. Little fun piece. All right, let's get this last marble done. Yeah, settling is very dirty. All right, so we're going to bring this in, melt it up, center it. There we go. I just thought I had a little step. Yep, there we go. Technically not the way you're supposed to do it, but hey. Why am I up so late? Because when I tell someone I'll fill an order, I'll fill it. That means I got to be up all damn night to fill it. I will fill it. That's how I've survived 31 years of doing this business. Give someone your word that you're going to fill an order, you better damn well fill it. Right now, no, I am on number 26 right now. I got 24 more to go, but not of that. This will be the last one of this color. And then we're going to change it up. Celestial G, thank you for the jewels. Most expensive is $12,000. I've done two $12,000 pieces. I don't like making big ass pieces like that. I don't. Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. Yeah, I don't like making big ass. I would rather sell 100 hummingbirds to 100 people than one big old sculpture to someone that's, completely loaded. I don't have a problem with rich people at all, but I'd rather sell something to a lot of people than just one. No, there's no smell. Celestial G. Eric, thank you. Oh, this is kind of a big flame. Now that's a flame. That's a flame. Oxygen and propane. Well, I have two jellyfish. Why'd I do that? No motorcycles. The only thing I do for motorcycles is I can make the, damn it, I just remembered it. Gremlin bell. All right, let's go. Let's add this color in here. This will be the last one of this color. Yeah, that has gold fume. It also has all the uranium in it. That jellyfish is awesome. I'll shine the light on the jellyfish. It got the black light on it now, but there. That's what it looked like in the sun. See that? Oh yeah, we could definitely do mushrooms. You don't want a flamethrower, you want this. This is way better than a flamethrower. Marble mold. It's a marble mold. All right, so right now I'm twisting that color I laid down and we're spiraling this piece up. So we can finish this one and then we're gonna move on to the other colors. Wandering Brian, welcome in. Celestial G, thank you too. Wandering Brian, thank you for the jewels. I had a Mirage for 12 years, I love it. But this is the Kabuki, and it's probably my favorite. The Phantom is my favorite flame. All right, here we go. We're gonna start rounding this out. That part right there, I always love. That part when it's super molten and goes right into the carbon mold, it always looks cool. What's the most detailed piece I made? I have made a self-portrait of myself. I have it if you want to see it, Ciara. If you want to see the self-portrait of me, I made it. I can show it to you. They are the meta glasses. All right, give me one second. Let me finish this up. If you want to see the self-portrait that I did, go ahead and type 1 in the chat. If not, I won't bring it out. And after the self-portrait, I'll let you see the sword. I'll bring the sword out. All right. All right, we're gonna melt that off. Almost done. Oh, you guys want to see self-portrait? All right, I can do it right now. You ready? Hold on, I got it. You ready for it? Here comes the reveal. I was really young. I was fast, skinny, and young. That is my self-portrait when I was really young. See? There you go. Yeah, I got you. No, I will get the sword after this though. You guys played along really well, so I'll bring the sword out. Yeah, that's kind of my dry sense of humor there. Sorry. It's not the sword. I have a very detailed sword. It's more of a dagger, and then I have a full blown like medieval size sword. And I'll bring them both out. No Puffco stuff. Sorry. There's not a lack of it out there. I mean, I just don't see a need to produce it. I don't have a problem with the industry, none. But I just don't need to make it. All pricing. Click on a link in my bio, and it'll take you everywhere. All right, almost done. I got one more transfer, and we'll get it done. Damn it. No, there's no more self-portraits, I promise you. Everything else from here on out is actually exactly what I say it is. Yep. I'm gonna grab it while we're melting this. So this is the dragon dagger. You can, oh, how about I get it in the screen? Oh, there. I have to do two things at once real quick. I'll show it, I'll bring it out with more detail. This marble's almost done. And then I'll grab the sword. The sword's not as detailed, but it's just massive. All right, this marble's done, so this color's done. How many hours today on the torch? So far, I am probably cruising at 14. It's Christmas time. I don't have time to sleep. It's feast or famine. Okay, so this is the dragon dagger. This one I like because I designed it to have a matte finish on that side. And then on the other side, it has a very shiny, glossy side. So if you want to hang it up and have the glossy side up, you could do that, or you could have the matte side up. I'm planning on making another one, but instead of these claws, I want to bring wings out. So I want to make wings. Like that. Thought on the glass blown decor like Viz. I don't know what Viz is. Sorry, I don't know what Viz is. I've never heard of that. All right, we'll grab the bigger one. This does take a minute. This was the first one I did, but I have to sit way back here. I can't get it in this. I can't get it in the camera, so I have to sit way back here. But yeah, that's it. I can bring the hilt in. This is like where the cool part is, right here. Everything is solid except right here. This is blown. This is hollow. Everything else is solid. Like that. I think I'm gonna try and hang it up here, right there. Because right now it just sits back here. There. Gives me a break from the marbles anyway. Isn't that kind of cool? It's just too big, but I think if I hang it behind me, it'll be cool. I had it hung up on my wall over here, but TikTok made me take it down. They said it was a weapon. So I got to figure out, you know, a little sign saying not a weapon. Okay. We're on to the next pieces. How am I going to do this? This is the most dangerous thing in my studio. See that little shard right there? That little finger, that's called a witch's fingernail. And that is the most annoying thing on the planet. The sword was only 2 days. You have to build the hilt and the blade separately, and then you wait and line them up and make sure you're going to be happy with it, and then you can put it together. So you build it in 2 days. Damn it. That's the second time I've done that. This glass absolutely hates being heated up from cold. So I preheat it in the kiln. It hates it. The giveaway, which one are you talking about? The one with the naming? With the leaf? Celestial G? Are you talking the one about the leaf? Yeah, there is a video of me building Zero. If you go and look at the thumbnails, you'll see Zero on there. Pufferfish would be cool. Oh, so I screenshotted everybody that participated in that one. There's 35 people that did in the time frame. And I screenshotted everybody that did it in the time frame up to 5 o'clock. And I've just decided I'm going to make 35 leaves and send it to everybody because I can't figure out the YouTube rules for it all the way. So I'm just going to send everybody a leaf that did it, that participated. So if you want to send me a email with your address, Celestial G, I will hook you up. I was thinking about just making all 35 leaves with everybody online. Yeah, I can't figure out the rules on I gotta make sure it's within guidelines. So right now we're making a marble. So we just encased this white. I'm gonna kind of mix it up a little. This marble's kind of cool because I call it chaos. It's just awesome. Yeah, it took 2 days. Glass has to be worked pretty quick. Yeah, glass should be worked very, very fast. Okay. We've got that done. We're going to spiral some colors on here. We're going to make it look awesome. That is not the color I want. There's my one. So that's a much darker blue. Last one, not even close. This is 28, I believe. Celestial, it is. You just go look for it in my my bio on YouTube here. Thank you, Dragonfly. And thank you, John. All right, so we spiraled some cobalt blue on top of that. Now we're going to do a couple other colors. And then after this, we're going to try a whole different pattern with different colors again. This one I don't want too much on there. Light goes a long way. Does look like molten caramel, right? Initial cost is about $2,500. We're going to buy the gadget that holds my torch. It all comes assembled just like that. You could probably contact the guys that make the torch and they could sell you one. I think it's $400 or $500 for this. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I do all right. All right, so this part's my favorite. Yeah, we're working 50 marbles, so we got colors bouncing all over the place. And now we're going to take that and mix it all up. Oh yeah, I've done tons of I got a glass pen around here somewhere. I got 2 of them. I just made a couple for customers. Red Squeak has them. All right, so this is just kind of swirling the color all over the place. So instead of those lines running all over the place, kind of gives you like this Jupiter look, like the planet. John, thank you, John. So instead of that, we mix it up. That sounds very perverted, Arrow Fox. I don't know if I like that. That's very Diddy-ish. L to the B. Nicole, thank you for the roses. All right, we're mixing it up. I probably shouldn't have said that because now Diddy's going to probably put a contract on me. How did I get into glassblowing? I got into glassblowing from my mother. She started when I was 2. So I grew up around it. Can I make a bowl piece? I can, but I won't. I don't have a problem with the industry. There's just no lack of availability. Yeah, we're making 50 marbles. Got a lot of it. Right? Ginger, thank you. Is it difficult to learn? It really, some stuff is. There can be times it's very frustrating, but most of the time it's very relaxing. When I used to offer lessons, I had a heart surgeon that would come out and spend time on the torch to decompress. And that's all he wanted to do was work on the torch because everything else disappeared in the world. So he'd come out and rent my torch and my setup and ask for advice, and I'd help him do that stuff, and he would decompress. But needless to say, I was hella nervous about his hands being near the fire. I mean, I know I won't touch it, but he was a rookie. I'm like, I don't want him getting messed up. Do you recycle waste places in a way? I don't recycle waste places. I actually recycle all my own glass. It is a jellyfish. I'll show you another one too. I got two of them. One of them is really amazing. That's amazing. But the other one, I don't know. I think I like it better. Not sure. Let me finish this marble. All right, got a little bubble there. Yeah, that's uranium. This is actually glow in the dark glass, this little icicle here. So this guy will actually glow in the dark. We'll run the black light on that. So you can see that turquoise blue. That's what it'll glow. And then there's the uranium. That's just black light. No, you can message me about the pens. I should have them on a couple of them here. Let me finish this marble though. This has been taking forever. It's taking forever. Thank you, Celestial. Yeah, I figured that's the fairest way to do it, you know, and not get myself in trouble. All right, last one. We're going to get this round now. 31 years is my time frame for this. Yeah, this is year number 31. January will be year number 32. How many creations have I dropped? Not much. Watch, I just cursed myself and this thing will fall. I don't drop that much. I don't do the inkwell, so the pens I make have refillable Bic inserts. I'll show you. I have a pen on hand. I'll bring it out. All right, here we go. We're going to get this round. First push in there sucks. You're only 31? Well, you got a good life ahead of you. That's good. How often do I burn my hand? I don't. I do sell my artwork, yes. And we're going to round it out just a little bit more. Get it right in there. There. Yep, link is in the bio. Should be. No, it's not liquid I'm dipping it in. It is a graphite marble mold. So it's one of the few things that won't stick to glass. What does the glass set me back a month? For me, a lot. It's not unusual for me to drop 4,000 to 7,000 a month on glass. You got to figure this stuff right here is $150 a pound. All right, let's see. Now you can see all the colors bouncing through there. See how it changed it all up? Kind of looks like an earthy look. There. That was too close. My name is Fiery Guy. Fiery Guy. Then we just let it sit there and cool for a second. No, they won't let me on the cooking shows. They said I'm too fat. They're like, hell no, don't let that guy on. He'll eat all the food. Hell no, they're not going to let me on a cooking show. Hold on a second. I got to get this fixed. It's got a tiny little dimple in there, man. There we go. No, the glass is colored. All right. Pens. I know I have one somewhere. 1 second. I thought I had one. Yeah. So this one's just a glow-in-the-dark pen. It doesn't have any super characteristics to it other than it glows in the dark. So this is the writing pen that I was saying with the Bic insert. You just take the insert out like that. And you pop a new Bic insert right in. Then this one will actually glow like in the dark, even when the light's with no light source. Yeah. I forgot what else I was going to grab. I can't remember what else was I going to get? I mean, I do weird stuff. So we make a hammer. This was used on my video. If you go look at one of my videos, there's a roofing contractor using this to hammer in roofing nails. Oh, the other jellyfish. So this is the other jellyfish. That one has a much wider tentacle like that. So those are the two. Let's get this out of the way, though. So I will inevitably break it. Can you make Snoopy? No. All right, we're off to making the, we're going to make another different variation. All right, I got to get this centered. We're working on marbles tonight. We are making 50 marbles. Okay, we're looking good. We'll take that one. So first step is we're going to go and encase this whole thing. Yeah, I literally finished duplicate. This is a duplicate copy of someone else's order. The other order is a memorial glass. These people just want just the same colors, patterns, and everything. but non-memorial. There's my TikTok captcha. And there we go. Hold on one second. I gotta do this captcha thing on TikTok. It's really annoying. I've been streaming on TikTok for 3 years now. Oops. And they still don't believe that I'm a real human. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. So let's get this thing together. I hate doing that captcha thing. I'm sorry, that took a minute. So we're just going to twist this all up, bunch it up. So this is just pushing it together. We're going to get it a little bit thicker and a little bit shorter. We're going to spiral some colors on here, and then we're going to do what's called kind of like a feathering technique through it. So it's going to feather the other colors that I'm laying down on it. But first we have to build it up a tiny bit. Like that. Now this one I have to keep ultra smooth. All right, we're good. So that's what I was saying. We have to thicken it up. It's kind of almost like a bicone. What got me into glass was my mother. All right, here we go. We're going to stripe some green on here. Now this is where I do want to keep it kind of nice. There we are. I didn't invent borosilicate. I invented the very first glow-in-the-dark borosilicate. But no, I did not invent borosilicate. Okay. Now we're going to stripe the blue on. Oh, you made your first bead? That's awesome. All right, let's stripe this blue on. There we go. Borosilicate is a type of glass. Most people refer to it as Pyrex. Pyrex is a brand, not a type. All right, so we got all the colors bouncing around. Then we need to grab a small rod. Like this. So you can see all those colors just kind of spiraling around. And then we're going to take this and just stripe all the way down. like that. So we just created a few stripes on there, smearing that color. Then I'm going to take it here, and we're just going to spin it up and fold it onto itself. Got to do this one a little bit slower and more careful. Like that. So now we got this kind of spiraled around. Wait till you see what it looks like when it's all done. We're going to be doing this. Here we go. Next Nova. Coming in hard with all those jewels. Thank you. John, thank you so much, John. All right, we're going to bring it in. This would do a little more than that, Deshaun. Glass doesn't transfer heat. It does not conduct heat like metal. It's all right. John, thank you. All right, let's get this thing finished up. I'll show you the colors, how that looks. I do not have a brick and mortar. Thank you, Trisha. I like Whidbey. I also like, I think it's Langley there. No, it doesn't heat up the room at all. It's actually freezing out here right now. Yeah, it is freezing. Feel like I'm sitting on a penguin. All right, let's get this cut off here. Next, Nova. Thank you. It's not butane. I'm burning through propane. In a session, gallon and a half. I'm in between Burlington, Mount Vernon, and Anacortes. So you must be up in the LaConner area? All right, here we go. Celestial G, thank you. Next Nova's just rocking, man. Thank you. That's awesome. Shady, thank you. All right, we're going to bring this in and start rounding it out. See, I got you. So close to Snow Goose. Nobody knows what Snow Goose unless you're near it is. All right, here we go. A little bit more. This one's taking a long ass time. I'm not happy. I'm taking way too long with it. Okay, so this kind of creates I call it ribbons, because it reminds me of just ribbons flying in the air. So we're going to bring it out. You can kind of see it there, and I got to keep it pretty far away. There. Way far away. There. Now you can see it. All the colors look like they have ribbons flying through them. I wish you could see it like I do. You can kind of see it, but then we grip and tap. And smooth that out. Let it sit for a second. Okay. Hold on, I got to count 2, 4. We're good. Okay, time to make some more marbles. There's a winner. J-Dub / G, thank you. How does a person get into this? Usually, first thing you want to do is kind of do I call it a experience. And what it means is like 2.5 hours working on a torch with someone right by your side, just to see if you like being around the fire. And then if you decide you like it, then start buying equipment and start slow. I have seen the Neon Jeep. That thing is freaking amazing. I actually thought it was fake at first because it's so freaking cool. Yeah, that Jeep is amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Apple user. All right, let's get this coated up and made into a marble. Got to get this little fuzzy nut off here. There we go. And just like that. Let's kick it up. Yep, I am streaming on YouTube. And we're just going to keep adding. Like that. Get it nice and coated. There we go. Okay, that sucked. Get out. Okay, we just have to push this up a little bit. John, thank you for the clapping seals. And we're just going to keep pushing this together now. Want to create kind of a bicone look. I'm going to try it a little bit different this time. I'm going to keep that end smooth and make this one that's kind of lumpy looking smoother. J-Dub, thank you. So what I did is I created a kind of inner white core, and then we encased it in clear. It's going to give it some three-dimensional depth. Then we're going to spiral color on. Yeah, the jellyfish is that's a newer item. I think I just created that. I don't remember how many weeks ago. I haven't really done a lot of teddy bears, but I have done them. I could definitely see messages. So we're going to lay down a big old blue stripe on here. Like that. Yeah, the camera just doesn't pick it up. All right, so we got a little bit of striping all the way around. Then we're going to spin some up. Where did I just put that green? There it is. So we're going to kind of add the coils right in between the blue there. I'm going to try and keep it smack in between. And we got it. We're good. So now we got alternating colors of blue-green running through this. And then we're just going to take some small skinny rod. Nope, not that one. That's definitely not going to work. They're not going to work. I may have to go grab some soon. You will work. And here we go. So we're going to stripe right down those little coils. We're going to do that in 3 spots. So now we have each one of those little lines going down is smearing the colors. Might as well show. So my glasses have a filter on there that is called dididium. And what happens is it filters out a lot of that bright light. So I like using the small flame. It shows it better. So see how it's very bright? We're going to drop the filter in, and it almost makes it look like it's gone. So that's how I see what I'm doing. All right, let's get this thing done. Okay, we got it there. So as I start pushing it into a marble, I'm going to twist it a little bit. And it should give it a really unique look. I can fold it on itself really well. All right, there we are. We're going to trim this top off a little bit because it's not going to be, it's all discombobulated. Seriously? All right, so we got all the colors kind of spiraling around now, folding on top of themselves. I did hear what happened to Guy Fieri. He is in a wheelchair at the moment. Not permanent, but I did. I saw it on the news. It's like, I don't know why I had it on the news at that time. I never watched news. This is a custom order, correct? Yes. They ordered 50 marbles. How many have I done? I believe this is 31. So we're just streaming to get it done. I get to hang out with a whole bunch of people, keep me awake. Although I'm not really tired. All right, let's get this one twisted up at the end, and then we'll turn it into a marble. Oxygen and propane. Yeah, no worries. I'm dyslexic. I do the math wrong all the time. This is 31 years that I have been doing this. I made a jellyfish in an hour and 25 minutes and 4 seconds. You think you could do that again? Of course. I might probably be able to do it faster. The first one's always the longest. It would melt the pot. Oh, it's looking good. I'm going to leave it on the rod real quick, and then we'll pull it off at the end. Gracie, thank you. Have a good one. So again, this is the coloring. You can kind of see the patterning, and then when you get the light on it, you can see those blues and greens running through there. They look like little ribbons flying around. There. I wish I could get a better shot of that. But I can't at the moment. Let it sit for a second. When the redness goes away, I can pop it in there. All right, we're looking good. Okay, time for a chaos one. Solar system lamp would be fun, but that would really take a long time. There. So this next one is going to be, instead of a particular pattern, we just lay all the colors on, and then we go through and twist it up. Yeah, I stream every day. There we are. Let's coat it and let's sugar coat it. Thank you, Shredded. I appreciate that. Yeah, about 15 hours, and I'm going to probably go another... What time is it? I'll probably go another 6. Doing kind of like marathon streams. I'll go another 6 hours, yeah. I'll probably stop about 6 a.m. my time. Because I just have to get ready to take my mom to the doctor. Going to bring it down. I do have a recommendation. You could message me, but one of the most infinite resources for this type of glass work, which is called lampworking, is on Facebook, called Torch Talk. And there's an infinite number of posts in there that you can find pretty much everything you need. All right, we're ready to do the taffy pulls. I call this the taffy pull because this is the part I like. I love folding the glass. That's odd because I was at Costco and Guy Fieri thought he was me. All right, so here we go. Taffy pull. Take it out, fold, crunch, pull. I love taffy pull. Celestial G, probably through email. There is direct messaging on YouTube now, though, apparently. It's not hot at all. I just have to get this little end smooth. In the room, it's not hot at all. It's probably 54 degrees in here. It is uranium, you see. Not quartz, borosilicate. They're hecka strong, though. These are the Meta Ray Bans. How do I plan on sending the leaf? Like to their address, USPS. Like mail. All right, let's stripe this metallic-y color. Oh, you're thinking 54 Celsius. I'm talking 54 Fahrenheit. Okay, here we go. We're going to stripe a little bit of this. This looks like liquid metal when it's kind of diluted down like I'm going to do here. I just buy the rods. I have some old Corning 1940s tubing, but all right, so we're going to stripe some blue on here. What made me want to get into glass blowing? I followed in my mom's footsteps. She's amazing. All right, let's stripe this blue on here really well. There we go. And, oh, amber purple. So this last color, this is like one of my favorites. So this particular color, see how transparent it is? Like Celestial was talking about the leaf pendant. Where did I put just a leaf? Seriously? Where did you go? Move it. Hold on. Oh, back there. So this color I did right here, it transforms into this ambery kind of shimmery color. So it's an amazing color. All right, let's get this thing wrapped up. Let's get this one done. So we just got to spin this all the way around. There we go. Bring it in, down, around. It's like creating little micro swirls in the entire ecosystem of it here. Creating its own ecosystem. Okay, let's see what happened to my stream music. Nothing. Something happened. I don't remember the cost of the marbles. I don't do that part. Okay, let's get this one finished. I have the lucky job. I only have to make glass. The other stuff is the hard part. Neon lights, yeah. Neon's actually really, I tried neon just for fun and it's super hard. I have a lot of respect for those guys. Have a good night, Beth. You and John, if you guys need to go sleep, it's okay. You don't need lung power for this. And if you're making marbles, you need no lung power. I have gathered glass, yes. It's hella fun. I don't teach anymore. Trust me, if you watch my streams enough, you'll pick up a lot. There are a ton of people that just come in and watch and learn. I don't have a problem with that. No problem if you want to come in and watch. Why is there a lot of glass making things in Seattle? Well, it depends who you ask. I mean, a lot of people that smoke in Seattle. And the other end is you got the, Chihuly Museum. John, thank you so much. BDH, thank you for the happy poop. Who doesn't like happy poop? So we're going to trim this off here. Not really. Canadian? Not really. All right, we're going to bring it out. And we're going to trim it off. From Ireland, how are you? I kind of want to go see Ireland. You can ask, but I'm not going to dig. I'm not going to mention it. I have some reasons, but I'm just not going to get into it. I've known a few people that have taken his class. Actually, if you guys want to see something really amazing, the guy that wrote this book back here, his name is Bandu Dunham. What a cool name, right? Bandu. But he built a marble roller coaster out of all glass. So has a motor and the cranks, everything is out of glass, and it picks the marbles up and drops it, and then the marbles start doing a marble run. All glass. It is freaking amazing. Am I in Seattle? No, I'm north of Seattle. Yeah, I've been thinking about what the hardest piece I've ever done. And it's not going to be what you think. But the hardest piece I've ever had to make was I made a memorial for my dog, Simba, who was with me for 16 years. So when he passed away, I didn't trust anybody else with his ashes. So I had to do it myself. But yeah, that was probably the hardest piece I've ever had to do. Oh, it's okay. This is a long time ago. Yeah, my mom taught me. So my mom's experience learning this is way different than mine, obviously. So she started in 1972, and the culture 1972 of allowing a woman into the industry was so forbidden. It was absolutely forbidden. So every time she tried to get help or anything, they'd just shoo her away. And she ended up learning on her own and kicking the crap out of everybody that shooed her away. She got so much better than them. So I'm not dipping it in anything. I'm just using this is a graphite pencil lead mold. It's like pencil lead. And it's just helping shape it get super, super round. I can make a hummingbird, yeah. I've done hundreds of thousands of hummingbirds. I do sell all day long. We have a beautiful little chaos marble. Shady Celestial, thank you. All right, so we're going to bring out the color. There. You can kind of see it has that earthy look to it. Maybe I can bring that closer and the light further away. So we kind of created that earth look. Then we just take it like this. This is the tool Dragonfly makes. That moved on me. Where's the punty? I hate that. There you are. So sometimes the marble is so smooth that when you go to detach it, it moves in these molds. I've done a manatee twice. They're tough. I can ship to Canada, yes. Hey, there's Mom. Hi, Mom. Mom's on TikTok. Ever made a Kraken? Yes. Book glassings. Need to drink something. There we go. All right, let's make next marble. I need to do another one of those chaotic ones. Where's my tweezers? There they are. How many am I going to do? I got to count. I think that was 34, 35. Probably got another 15 or so to go. No, I don't do any cut and polish. I just flame polish. I can ship to Canada, yeah. I will, John. Alligators, yeah. I've done alligators like twice. That's what I'm looking for right there. Yep, we can do frogs. Yes, Dog Print does have a store. Go to Etsy, and it's Starry Night Glass on Etsy. Yeah, John's doing awesome. Am I used to the fire? Yes. All right, here we go. Bringing this in. Just encasing everything. And here we go. One more little bit. One more. There we go. So what I did is I just completely encased that little clear rod of glass. And what we're going to do is, I kind of call it the taffy pull. Reminds me so much of pulling taffy. And you just kind of flip it, fold it, flip it, fold it. I got to admit, it is a lot of fun. No, nothing liquid filled. It's too hard to seal it up. You have to use a specific glue to be able to seal it. And I don't like messing with that glue. Yeah, stream is good tonight. We're doing good. Yeah, we got some kick butt. Well, we have good people on. All right. Twist it up like that. And take, fold, pull, fold, pull, fold. Like that. I'm going to try and get a close-up camera on that stuff. I'll be on at 4. You can hit the follow button. I'll be here. We're on our way. We're doing 50 marbles tonight. We finished it. Actually, the order that I did the stream where it was 100 marbles, that was actually an order for 130, but I only streamed, I think, like 50 of them. But we got all 130 done. Okay, got that part, and I just have to burn this off a little bit. It's not a problem, but you see me rocking my arms back and forth like that. That's kind of how you keep it in play. How am I going to send 35 pieces tall? Don't you need? That's what I was saying, Celestial. When you email me, I will need the address. Once I have your email, I will be able to ask you for your address and then send it. Okay, here we go. No, I don't do any hairpins. It's a good idea, and some people do, but it's just not me. All right, so let's spin the color up. There it is. What's the biggest thing I've made? It depends. Blown glass, a chandelier, solid glass, a sword. The sword is 4 feet, or 49 inches, actually. A little over 4 feet. It really depends on the piece. Everything has a different price point to it. Okay, let's add some blue. Freedom Food, thank you for the 10 jewels. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, marbles are fun. Well, right now we're just kind of on the... this one's actually pretty basic, but we're not getting too complicated here. Marbles can definitely get complicated, though. No names. Names are like homing pigeons. They always find their way home broken. No tigers. There are people that specialize in that, so if you're super interested in one, I can send you in the right direction. All right, let's get this amber purple put on here. I love this color. And there we go. Yeah, the jellyfish is I like the jellyfish. Certain dogs I can do, not all dogs. Some of the shaping and details really hard to get in there. I do sell them all day. How much do I burn in an hour? Give me a second, I'll give you a quick math. Probably about $6 an hour. No, these are just marbles. They're exactly what they are. Oh, for insects, definitely go to Raphael. All right, let's go. Whoa. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z would be cool, but I'm telling you right now, it would be a lawsuit. I do sell individual marbles, yep. I don't remember the pricing on that. You have to email us or go to the website. Yeah, the torch is extremely fuel efficient. Chrissy, thank you. Or Chris. Nope, never made a snow globe. Yeah, I would not make a Dragon Ball Z. It'd be cool, but I do not want to push that luck. I got my butt sued by Hello Kitty. That's like worse. So imagine what Dragon Ball Z would do. Hello Kitty will go after you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chris. No, it's pretty blue. The camera just has an annoying time trying to pick it up. You make a Pokemon ball. I'll make a marble. I don't need a stamp. I know it's Sanrio, but nobody knows what Sanrio is that doesn't know who it is. I had made a cat head in my store in Florida. It was not Hello Kitty, but it was close enough. And I did not try to make Hello Kitty, but they sent me a cease and desist and a whole lawsuit that thick. I mean, it was like 4 to 5 inches of a notice. I was like, oh my God. So I contacted my attorney at the time, and he goes, "Oh, let's take a look at it." And he goes, "Oh, I went to school with the corporate attorney. Let me call her." So he called her and got the case squished. I still had to send him the cat, though. I was pissed. But he got the whole case squished, and that was okay. But man, that was like that thick. It was a monstrous. It was like a Bible size of lawsuit. I still have it too. I'll dig it up. I have that. I saved it just because it was so impressive. But yeah, it is Sanrio, but not a lot of people know what Sanrio is. Or I guess a lot of people, some don't. Nope, nothing in Palm Springs. In all honesty, I don't send my work out really anywhere because I am just always booked on my own. BDH, thank you for the hat, boo. Is there a way to stamp a mark in the glass? Yes. Absolutely, there is. Some people do that. There's another method that you could do that's really cool. You could make what's called a millefiori chip, which is just a little tiny image of like your name in about a 8mm disc. You could put that disc in a marble or something. All right, last little punty. All right, we're just getting this last little bit off here. And we got it all nice and round. Get it super round. All right, we are looking really, really good. Yep, if you have questions, we can always answer it most of the time. I don't have all the answers, but I can certainly point you in the right direction for sure. And we're going to grab that, grip it, tap, and off it comes. Smooth out that spot it was sitting and just let it sit there until it completely cools enough not to dent. How much was the lawsuit? There was no damages yet. So what the lawsuit comes in is they want all your records for your entire business to go through and pick out how many Hello Kitties or close to it that you would have sold. But that was a one-off cat that my lawyer explained to their lawyer, who were friends from law school. But if they hadn't been friends, yeah, they wanted to go through my entire books, everything. So that would have sucked. Get points for chatting. Yeah, there we go. Hold on, I got to get a drink. There we go. Getting hot out here. That's a good question. I think that was, if I'm counting right, I've got like 12 to go. No, I like leaving the flame on. Keeps it a little bit warmer in here. The torch doesn't heat up, see? It doesn't get hot. None. It's actually cold. So I do have to count how many of that. Okay. Got to make one more of those little chaos ones. And then we'll change it up a little bit. Yep, that is correct. The smiley. How do you stick glass back onto a piece that broke from a glass piece? You have to preheat it in a kiln. You definitely would have to preheat it. And then you warm it up, add your rod to it, and then fix it. It's pretty much a pain in the butt. But the good news is it can be done. But in all honesty, sometimes if you got a piece that's broken, it's faster to throw it away and build a new one. Repairs sometimes can take forever. All right, here we go. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I am having fun. Show a finish. This is a finished one right there. So on the finished one, you'll notice it doesn't have a whole lot of visuals until you get a light on it, and then you can see all those swirls running through it like that. Take it away. That. And this one actually has uranium in it, so it will light up green. I think my battery's dying on this guy. Yeah. It depends. Everybody loves, some people love fixing broken stuff. I don't. Oh, that'd be cool. USA. No, I don't do the Prince Rupert's drop. I think that's such a waste of glass. You make a little drop and then it just explodes and creates all these little dust particles of angry bits of glass that are dangerous. Can you imagine if that thing blows up and one little piece gets in someone's eye? That would be horrible. All right, taffy pull time. And attach. And here we go. So you get this super hot, gather it up, We're going to twist. Then all it is a folding, just like kind of like taffy. Then done. Get it all set up. And then we just smooth it all out. Yeah, the jellyfish is, I love those. That's my second one. The third one's behind me. I like the third one a little bit better. The first one is in the house. Stephanie took it, so she's like, that one needs to go in the house. I was like, okay. And I wanted to keep it myself, so I did not argue. But it doesn't have the uranium tentacles. The two that I have here have the uranium tentacles. All right, here we go. We're going to smooth this thing out. Like that. Then we're going to spin some color up. I think I got too much on here, though. Yeah, that's better. Reattach, smooth the other end out, and make it all kind of cool. So we just have to smooth this end out and we'll start adding the colors. Yeah, uranium shopping is a lot of fun. If you go to a lot of thrift stores, you definitely could find some uranium. Uranium glass. All right, here we go. We're going to spin this around. I don't actually hear that many people talk about losing the marbles. All right, here we go. We just spun that around. You can definitely see it coiling around in there. Now we have to add the other colors the same way. Add the blue on next, then the amber purple. There's that. And next one, the amber purple. I love this amber purple. Yeah, could definitely do something on a keychain. There's a few things you can make that are pretty hard to break. Yeah, this one we're spiraling around. We got to do a lot of this. There we go. Getting lucky tonight with all this. Yep, that is correct. The rod does not get hot at all. John, thank you for the memberships. And here we go. So we're just mixing all those colors. We're basically creating micro swirls in there. It reminds me of like a tide pool or Jupiter, whichever you want to call it. And here we go. Oh, they think it's a loop? It's not a loop. All right, here we go. All right, we got it all mixed up. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Donkey. That's okay. Plato's just upset. That's all right. Can't please everybody. Especially when I'm on like 14 hours of streaming. Yeah, we've definitely done honeybees. Yeah, there's a lot of same questions. It happens all the time. But that's okay. A lot of people don't know the answers and they ask normal questions. Yep, we've done honeybees. Like, not super accurate honeybees, but my version of it. Does it look like a bee? Yes. All right, here we go. Actually, I'm going to go here first. There we go. Okay, so we got that all settled. Let's get the other half done. Got to let it dangle for a second. If you wanted to learn about trying to get into this, there is a group on Facebook called Torch Talk, like Torch Talk. That has an infinite number of resources for you. You just go in the search bar and find what you need. It's been around a long time, so there's a large archive of stuff. No, I don't go to any shows. 2 reasons I don't want to. 2 and 3, I'm booked all the time. And 4, I like streaming and talking to everybody here. But yeah, everything in front of me is made by me. Everything behind me is made by me. I don't know. I don't have the pricing in front. I don't handle that pricing, the pricing part. All right, just got to round this out. But you can definitely check out my bio. It'll give you a lot of links. Yep, my torch is really that quiet. You should be hearing a small hiss, but nothing loud. All right, there we go. We're looking good. Yeah, it's definitely, it's also cool to the touch. So if you know anything about torches, that is like super hard to do, right? Either the torch is cold or I've got superhuman hands. All right, one last reversal here. No, that's sitting in the kiln. That's going to be in there all night. Or should I say morning now? And we're going to mellow it out. No, this is the GTT. If it was a Carlisle, it'd be hella loud. Yeah, we are doing a ton of marbles. All right, I'm going to bring it in front of the camera one time so you can kind of see the colors bouncing through it now. There. Has that earthly looking effect to it. It's too bright. There. That's as close as I can get. All right, let's get this off. Oops. You just grip it and tap it. Then we got to wait for it to cool off. Then we park it in the kiln. All right, I do need to take a short break. About every 2.5 hours, I have to get up and walk around just for a minute. No need to polish them. They're already super polished. So I'm going to go walk around for a few minutes, stretch, and then I'll be back. We'll finish up the marbles. So if you want to join, hit the follow or subscribe, whichever platform you're on, and get notifications. Yeah. All right. TikTok, I'm going to sign off. Thank you. Red Squeak, thank you. Groves, thank you. And there we go. And over on YouTube, John, Dragonfly, everybody that's been helping out, thank you so much. And if I don't see you later, have a good night, but I'll be back on. But you guys have to get some sleep. I'll see y'all in just a bit.